But first, we'd like to bring on our guest host, Dr. Chadpeters. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Dr. Chad, welcome.
Awesome, excited to have you.
Incredible.
I wasn't ready for that, but that's
yeah,
okay.
You can tell.
I think a lot of things today are going to happen on the show that we're not prepared for.
Tearing up and going, and you got them going. Awesome.
I get so nervous. All right, so Dr. Chad, we all know you as our wellness expert, but we don't really know you. I mean, you've been on our show plenty of times.
This is the time.
But you're always sharing your words of wisdom, your expertise in many different categories. But let's learn a little bit about you, okay? So tell me, when you're not working, which you do a lot, what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I love working out, obviously, playing. I like to be outside on days like this. You're going to see me outside running through the neighborhoods. But my big thing is family and travel. That's what just kind of consumes my life. So, you know, if we get a chance to get a week off, we travel, we see the world. My kids have gone all over the place with me. Yep, I've got a great family. I've got a super cool wife that kind of sets up these secret trips. So
that's awesome.
the day school gets out, we'll all pack up, we'll go to San Antonio, and the next morning we're on a flight to somewhere where nobody knows.
Really?
Yeah, so she's been doing that for the last couple of years. And
what a great quality.
just a great way to keep it together, you know?
Absolutely, and you all sure do have fun as a family.
Right.
We do.
I love it.
Going on all kinds of adventures, and you're amazing at what you do. What inspired you to become a chiropractor and a podcast director?
Well, it was different. So I was a good football player. I played college football, didn't make the NFL, and I still had that drive to be like, I wonder what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I want to go there. I had a couple friends. Didn't make it, so I started personal training. That was my degree. I came down to Corpus Christi for the first time, didn't know anything about the city, and worked at the athletic club.
Nice.
I was a personal trainer for a couple years, then decided I need something more, went back to chiropractic school, got in with the NFL to finally see what it was like, loved it.
Cool.
And then somehow ended back in Corpus Christi. So it's kind of, the chiropractic thing was kind of a way to combine my love for fitness, health, nutrition with some sort of like non-medicine type doctoring. And it just kind of, we created like this little hybrid blend thing.
Very cool. And when did the podcast come around?
The podcast was like 2 or 3 years ago, and just kind of wanting to get out information. So when clients come into my clinic, I'm typically talking one person at a time. And I say the same thing over and over and over. I mean, this has been going on for years, and I'm like, this should be out there. It'd be really nice to reach a little bit bigger audience. And you know, when I first started coming on the show, it was the Be Awesome 365. That has now evolved into the whole Chadknows and the YouTube channel and all that stuff with the, you know, you could see how old my kids were, and they're like, Dad, this is the way. This is the way it's going. This is the way you gotta be a part of this. Yeah, I can go teach at the university, or I can teach online and try to make it something different. So that's where all this is going, or what I'm trying to do with it.
Okay, and for those viewers that are not familiar, a podcast, it's actually an app you can download on your phone where you basically listen to long dialogues or conversations between people, and it can be literally any topic: real estate, relationships,
everything.
you know, being positive. You've got a lot of really great topics to cover. And then now your YouTube channel and your Instagram, which is at chadknows, right? Okay, so y'all make sure to hit him up there.
Yeah.
And so you're good at like everything, it seems. You're just one of those naturally good at stuff guys.
I don't know if that's it. I wasn't, I think I flirt around with a lot of different stuff, and instead of just listening to the same hip hop thing on the way to work every day, I'm like, I've got a 20-minute commute, why don't I listen to something? So you can pick up, you know, you can do these podcasts to learn Spanish, you can learn about history, you can like, how was Abraham Lincoln like? And so there's just like I'm always trying to like just get information in.
Yes, I love it. So is there anything you're not good at?
Yes, there's a lot of stuff I'm not good at.
Like what, Chad? Tell us so we can all feel better about ourselves.
There's a lot of stuff I'm not good at. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out anyway. But yeah, it's just like, why not try it all? Why not try it all? I was talking to the girls on the way to coming in today, and I'm like, this is just a cool thing for you guys. You're gonna come, you're gonna see what it's like, because why not? Like, we get to ride this rock of Earth one time.
Yes.
Like, let's do it. Let's try all there is.
That's what life is all about, just exploring, going on adventures like what you and your family do, and that's what's inspiring. And I want to go back to your podcast. What inspires you to go over the topics that you talk about?
Well, I just think there's just a huge revolution in healthcare and in nutrition and in everything out there, and it's still being taught the way it was in the 90s and 2000s. So we're getting into goofy stuff that the theories and the hypothesis are dead, but it's still being taught as kind of like the common way to do stuff. And so I'm just trying to do my part to kind of like, let's change this stuff. There's some really, really smarter people out there, and I'm just kind of taking their stuff and pushing it forward.
All right, I love it. Well, guys, we're just getting started with Dr. Chadpeters, and we'll learn more about him and his special surprise guest a little bit later. I think he teased that a little for us. But stick around, because up next we are visiting with the Corpus Christi Rehab Hospital to learn more about brain injuries. We'll be right back on Coastal Living.